9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Hey guys, how are you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, today we're gonna try our hand and do this live, right? Because as you probably know, we haven't replicated Manchester City. We have not at all. Right. I mean, the last replication I did for Manchester City was when we were playing that 4-3-3 and they got Kyle Walker, Jose Cancelo to come in as an inverted wing back. Bayern Munich, when Pep Guardiola was at Bayern Munich with the two inverted wing backs, when he did it with Joshua Kimmich. Now we have a slight issue. They're playing differently. So yeah, very interesting. So we're gonna try a few things just to get that John Stones role right, because that's the goal. Anyway, I just want to say hi to all of you, man. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Yes, Karim. Yeah, I don't Moulton. Not going to be easy because the role doesn't exist. It does not exist. In the whole game of Football Manager, there is no role in the game right now that puts John Stones as the central defender, right-sided central defender, okay? And then in defense, and then in defense, the central defender is actually Ruben Diaz, right? On the right is could be a Kanji and somebody else on the left. Okay, then John Stones is in midfield with Rodri. So that's how they look, like a 3 and a 2. Okay, but when they have to defend, John Stones drops to form a two-man partnership with Rodri, right? So it's sorry, not two-man. What am I saying? With the other defender, I can't remember his name. So John Stones and the other defender, they form a two-man. Rodri stays in midfield. Okay, on the right is Akanji and on the left is the other defender. Okay, what are these? So the thing is, that's gonna be it. So we have to think about. We have to try. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but at least it gives me some ammunition, right? So when it comes time to hey, we need a new role. At least we can put up a new role, right? So that's one. There are roles in the game that do something like pushing into the DM tier. There are roles that do that. But we don't want them to drop back to the defend tier. That's the important thing. So we'll try a few. Kevin, how are you, man? Halfback, yeah, that's potentially probably the only way to do it, right? So you have a halfback with a 4 and a 2. That might be one way of doing it. But then it doesn't consistently drop to the right. But we have seen on transitions when they have to defend that they are a bit lopsided because John Stones always drifts to the right because Akanji is sucked out. Right? When Akanji gets sucked out, then John Stones shifts to the right. Right, and then the space opens up in the center. So we have seen that happen in a few games, like when they play against Bayern Munich, during some of the defensive transitions. John Stones would be sucked all the way to the right because Akanji has been pulled forward. Right, so yeah, so they're gonna be. We're not guaranteeing that it's gonna work, but we got to see what we can do to how would I approach it, right? So that's more like let's try something. Any idea how fast a keeper actually needs to be? There's no yardstick here to tell you how fast the keeper needs to be. Like off the line, you're talking about super keeper. They need anticipation as well. First touch, acceleration isn't the only thing. He might be great at coming up, but what if he's useless at controlling the ball and playing it out? So you need a lot of attributes. So what do you need for him to come out? Then there's the rushing out attribute. There's another attribute called rushing out. That's the likelihood of him coming out of his line. So there's more to just keeper coming out. You gotta look at all the aspects of what a keeper has to do. Right? So you can't just go, is acceleration important in keepers? I don't look at acceleration, I look at rushing out. If he's got a very high rushing out attribute, I know, hey, sometimes these guys, rushing out eccentricity is a golden nugget, man. You don't ever go there. I've seen. Have you ever had a goalkeeper with high rushing? You should edit. No, sometimes I do the in-game editor. What I do is I go into the in-game editor, I give a goalkeeper 20 eccentricity, 20 rushing out just to see what he does. And I give him 1 first touch. Okay, because it can be fun. I don't understand. I mean, if you got to pay money for the in-game editor, which you have to do, right? Yeah, it doesn't come free. So, SI, make it free. so we can experiment for free. Can I get your thoughts and or tips about playing a Trequartista on the wing? Hey, Tom, man, a Trequartista in a 4-2-4 DM system is brilliant. Why? Because the Trequartistas drop deep. They explore the half spaces. They also get up to attack. The only downside of the Trequartista is you can't expect the Trequartista to be defending all the time. Maybe when it comes to stop crosses, he might help you come and close down the lanes. I don't think he's going to go in there and, you know, try and win the ball. However, a Trequartista with high aggression might just end up doing that. So whenever you are looking at Trequartistas, you can play them on the wings, right, in a 4-2-4. It has been done time and time again by lots of content I won't say content creators, more like the PvP crowd, right? The guys who play PvP, a few of them have done Trequartistas. I actually did a 4-2-3-1 with 4 Trequartistas and it works. I mean, there's so much movement, you don't know who's going to score a goal kind of work. So it can be quite fun. But on the wings, 100%. He will drop deep. What do you need to do? You know, make sure I probably wouldn't play a complete wingback beside him. Maybe a more orthodox wingback would be fine. Yeah. Maybe you can even play a wingback on defense. But what do you want in front are 2 advanced forwards? Maybe 1 advanced forward and a complete forward, or 2 advanced forwards. That's assuming you want to go the extreme route, which is 2 Trequartistas, which can be fun. We also don't have a role for the fullback to become CD when in possession. I mean, you can play a white centre back. Fullback to become CD when in possession. Oh, sorry. So that means you want the fullback to drop into the pocket and become a central defender. Well, then you're looking at white centre back or defender. Yeah. I mean, but then if you're talking about back four where the fullback does that, then there's no role like that. Yeah. Where he actually sits in. No. I mean, if you can find real life examples of these kind of roles and you can point SI to a team that's currently using it, then by all means put it in as a feature request with some images on the forum. Say, look, team ABC has been playing with this fullback in a central defend role. It's a pity because I know Ajax at one point was doing something like that, right? They had like a midfielder who kept dropping in as a central defender during the build-up phase, and no one submitted a feature request or look at the role. Yeah, so I definitely, I mean, some people are very passionate about this. My recommendation is go out there, you know, stick in a couple of screenshots and go like, hey, you know what? There's this fantastic role that isn't in the game that I wish was in the game. That's how the underlapping white centre back came into play. Yeah. Can you achieve a 3-2-2-3 with inverted wingback, that kind of defense as a 4? You definitely can get inverted wingbacks defending as a 4, 100%. There's no problem over that, right? You can get the fullback to defend as a DM. You can get the wingback to defend as a wingback to play as a DM in possession and defend like a fullback. That 100% you can do in the game. But the issue is getting the John Stones role right. That is the problem right now. Because if we wanted to compare the Manchester City replication with the Liverpool replication, there isn't a lot of difference between the two. But the one difference that the two of them have is stark. It's huge. It's the John Stones versus the Trent Alexander role. Right? That is the huge difference. Because everything else about the tactic is almost the same. Right? They transition the same way. They attack. They get the idea behind both systems is exactly the same. It's overload one side of the pitch, open up the flank on the other side. Both teams are doing exactly the same thing, except that Liverpool's one favors the right side more, favors the right side exclusively. Like, you know, there's no like, well, let's do this on the left kind of nonsense. No, they don't do it. Cities, on the other hand, because they use John Stones as a DM, they can push out their 2 centre backs out. And then they can create that kind of overload on the left side or the right side. This is why the City system is superior to the Liverpool system. Hey Hardik, how are you, man? Which formation are you planning to use? I don't know. We're going to experiment and find out. We have to start from scratch, man. Is inverted winger or winger better with a volante? Winger. Yeah. If I was using a volante, I'd not use the... Okay, the reason why I will never want to use it's dangerous. I won't say it's a bad move. It's just you need to understand what happens. Okay, when you play a winger with a volante is going to go forward, right? An inverted winger, he starts wide, then he comes inside. Then he does this split millisecond of turning and holding and wanting to play the ball, right? He does this shift in his body actually. Watch the animation very closely, you see it. Now, during that split second, when he does that, he's open to a press because the press triggers whenever a player turns his back to an opposition player. That is a trigger for a press in the game of Football Manager. So when that happens, he can lose the ball. So when you play the inverted winger, that could happen. But when you play a winger, he's wide, right? He's already, if you're playing him on the right side with the left foot, he doesn't do the funky, I'm going to turn my body a bit and do that nonsense. I don't know for why. I have no idea why the animation is different. But the wingers' crosses are slightly faster than the inverted wingers. Inverted wingers tend to come inside first. Wingers don't come inside. They just stay outside and do the cross. So, in terms of solidity, a winger is better than a volante with a volante. In terms of you funkiness, that split second delay, maybe somebody else comes, maybe you can pull somebody and then you can do a deep diagonal. Of course, inverted winger is better, but you need better players to pull it off. So depends on the players. If I had good players, I go inverted winger. If I have bad players, I'll stick to the winger. If you're using a wide centre back for Man City, would you use a force in the way? I don't know, man. We're going to find out. If you have more attack duties in a particular, is it necessary? No. Why? Just because you don't have to play on a higher tempo because more attack duties. Okay, the simple thumb rule. This is me. Okay, I'm not saying this is a rule that it should be applied to football. This is me playing the game. Okay, and you know how psychotic it can be, right? Okay. Whenever I've got a lot of players, whenever I do a 5-channel attack, high tempo. Why? Because I always have 5 fellas attacking the channel in the middle. By the midfield transition, I got 5 attacking, high tempo straight away. Why? Because I got 5 fellas attacking. I could have 2 wingers, I could have 2 strikers. You see my 4-2-4s? High tempo. I don't do low tempo. Why? The guys are already up the pitch. Why do you want to take your own sweet ass time to move the ball up? Kick the ball up, quick, boom. Don't waste time. See, the thing is, the rule of thumb is this. If you've got a lot of players in the final third, why are you taking such a long time to put the ball up there? That's the logic behind it, right? So if you've got players attacking wide, like 2 wingers, like the Man City system at the moment, the Man City system at the moment has got a switch up in tempos when depending on which player gets the ball. But a lot of the time, the moment they're looking for the moment the ball goes to the sides, right? Like let's say a Kanji has the ball or one of the white centre backs has the ball. The moment they shift the team, that's it. They go direct attack straight away. Why? Because they don't waste their time. They don't waste their time. Okay, let's do the thing about tempo is you got to build up play nice and soft and easy so more players get into attack. So does it matter how many attacking duties you have? To some extent it might, but it depends more on your shape. So are you playing a 4? If you're playing a 4-4-1, 4-1-4-1 for example, no? Why not? Why you want to do high tempo? You don't got 1 striker. He's got to wait for the rest to come. But if you're playing a 4-2-4, man, high tempo all the way. You got 4 already up there. Why do you take your own sweet ass time to move the ball up? See, that's how it works. Okay, don't you find that inverted way don't invert as much as they did last year? Well, the thing about Football Manager is this, right? Football Manager is a game about space and where these players are going to go in that space. So you have to create the space. I think they don't invert as much, meaning they don't go in there and anchor. But we're going to find all that out very, very soon. Would you use whole position on the 2 flank rows for this? I don't know, man. We'll find out. What? Your Trequartista? Yeah. I will use if I'm playing the Trequartista, I don't know, Morton, you're doing a Volante, is it? Trying to push it. Volante, maybe not. Okay, so let's go and do this right now. Okay, so let's, we're putting in for the first time. Yeah. Let's do this. We just go in, randomly pick a club, randomly pick Man City because we want to do this with the tab. Tactic. I actually have Man City somewhere here. There we got Man City Monty Python. This is we might as well. We don't have to do this. What? Okay. Oh, so, can I cancel? Cannot. No. Okay. How do I get out of this browse? Okay, come on. Okay, cancel. What the hell? Can I get out of here? Okay, so seems I've been forced to save. Okay, never mind. Okay, no choice. I gotta save. Hey, you guys you were here for the stream, the alternate reality stream, right? I got into the Champions League, then forgot to save. Came back the next because I hadn't slept for 36 hours, right? So, oh yeah, we did it. From nowhere, we finished in the Champions League, right? Massive winning streak, huh? Life. Good moments, huh? Didn't happen. It happened in the other universe because I didn't save the game. Sucks to be me, man. I have to redo the whole thing. Now the second time we didn't even get close to Europe. So you see, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you ain't lucky. You know what I mean? Yeah, all of us get the luck. Hey, FIFA ball, how are you, man? So we already got City saved. So this one is already done. Okay, so we got. I mean, this is Monty Python. So we were using a different tactic. Okay, so let's clear. I mean, I can't clear this. We just have to. We'll create a new tactic for the fun of it. Create our own style. Okay. I mean, we're looking at thing is they defend as a 4. The moment you defend as a 4, you gotta play a 4, right? That's the problem with this game. And the moment they give you a 4, you gotta go and play you gotta create a 4 straight away. This is the thing I don't like about Football Manager, right? So a lot of people actually they attack like this. So basically this is what they look like in the build-up phase. This is what they look like in build-up. Okay, so this is John Stones. This is where John Stones is. This is the other defender. Then they've got width coming from their 2 white players. This guy, he goes here and this guy comes here. But this is not what they do, right? So actually they are much deeper. You know why? Because this guy needs to go to the flanks, right? And you look at the transitions. I'll show you some pictures. Okay, this is, look at this, right? So you see this, wait, let me open up all the pictures. Okay, so this is their build-up. All right, so this is the build-up they have. Basically, they got a tree, and then you can see the wingers hugging white, one winger, and this is John Stones, right? So this is John Stones. This is a tree. They create a box here, like this is one box, but actually they have a midfield box, right? Okay. So then they have their midfield box in transition, which looks like this, right? So they got their 3 defenders. So what they end up doing is they transition the ball using the 3 defenders, right? So every time one of the opposition players comes, the other comes in to track. They close down this. They try to prevent them from using these 2 players. Here, if they go wide, but this draws the opposition to their side and allows them to do a deep diagonal over here because players are going to be free on the other side. So the thing about them is they get these players free, right? So once they do like they pull players to one side, they get a deep diagonal. So here what we get is Kevin De Bruyne. This is the reason why Kevin De Bruyne, if we play him in the AM shadow striker position, we're not going to see very much of this. Right? The only way you're going to get him playing here is you got Mazzala, right? So he's got to be playing like a Mazzala in order for us to move him to this position. And the other thing I noticed as well is when we look at them, they have a lot of direct channel attacks. See, I mean, this doesn't look like a team that's building up play like in the opposition third, right? This is a very direct channel. This is Bernardo Silva hugging white, right? This is Erling Haaland. This is Grealish. Was Grealish, I think. And this was Rodri. I mean, it's hard to tell. Everything looks like a bloody blur, okay? So the width came from Bernardo. So whenever they have these direct channel attacks that are happening right now. So when I look at this and I go like this, I say, no, this ain't working, man. This ain't working because this is not a direct channel attack. So I'm looking to myself and I'm going, how do I get a direct channel attack? So I'm like going, can it be possible that I have to go all the way down here? Then this guy. So we are gonna experiment, right? I'm gonna experiment with all this right now. Okay. Mazzala, DLP, Stones, because they drop into this position, then I get, maybe what we'll do is, we'll get these guys high up the pitch as a winger, right? Winger. This guy is a complete forward right now. Okay, he draws back. So what, like this? This is crazy, you know. Even I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Yeah, white centre back. And then we got one more defender here, right? Ball playing defender. Okay, this could be one way of looking at it. Then go halfback here. Then it comes in. So this guy comes out. This guy. The problem with this guy, we can't ask him to go left or right. He's going to be stuck in the center. This player, on the other hand, we can get him to be a bit more attacking, take more risks, but upset about support. Because what they do is they go to the flanks to support play and push out the play. So this guy will drop in. This guy becomes like a roaming playmaker, right? Then you got Maz. This will be the what's his name? Okay. The important thing to remember is I'm not suggesting this is the way, but I can definitely get it to do what how they defend sometimes, right? So because when they defend with Kevin De Bruyne in the middle. They get like a 3 in front, right? Okay. So they get a 4 into defense. Okay. So they get like a 2 in midfield. So this guy will come out here. So we get this guy dropping back here. So this is what they, I'm not they get you back in properly. Okay. So they defend something like this at the moment. Right. Like this. Okay. Their shape in defense is like this. No? This is how they press the opposition right now. This is the pressing system that they use. De Bruyne is in the center. So how are we going to get the movement that they are giving us right now? So when I think of replication, I'm thinking, okay, I want to get the pressing system right. So this is how they press. Okay. All right. So this is definitely how they press. Okay. All right. Okay. So if this is how they press, then we got this is simple. Oh, this is a thing about playing Football Manager. You got to come up with the okay, how does the team look in transition now? Okay, so we got this is how they press. Okay, we got that first part. Okay, so roughly, it roughly looks like this. Okay, because this guy is putting pressure on the flanks, right? Because both Guardiola and Klopp do the same thing. They press they press the flanks. So this guy goes either side to help them out. Kevin De Bruyne will come and support this side, and then they will drop into this kind of a shape. Okay, when they're defending. Okay. All right, we worry about that. Now we worry about the attacking shape to see whether the attacking shape can end up looking like a defending shape or not. All right, because you guys asked me to do this, right? So we just experiment. You want to see the mind of the. You basically asked me to do it, and I was refusing to do it because I know that the role is impossible. There's no John Stones role in the whole of Football Managers. How do we do that? Okay, so now let's get back to the other option, right? The other option is in transition they look like Liverpool. Right, so I know that they currently play like Liverpool in some respects. Okay, white centre back or defend. Okay. Liverpool have an invert. Okay, Liverpool system is this one. Let's go load the Liverpool system. Where's Liverpool? Okay, this is an experiment. It's close to Liverpool. Okay, this is a Liverpool system at the moment. Okay, 3. This guy comes in and pushes up. That Fabinho sits here. This is a Liverpool system. Okay, 100%. This is how Liverpool are playing right now. This guy goes out here, this guy comes out here. So basically, both teams are doing the same transitional attack. Right. So we want to get these 4 into position first. Right. These 4 is how the center should look like. Okay. Because in transition, when they attack, almost the same. Okay. Where's the Liverpool, right? Okay. So they get Kevin De Bruyne coming here. They got Grealish and another player coming here, and then they got Rodri here, right? Gundogan. They got Gundogan coming here. Okay. All right. So how do we get this? Okay. So, all right. So we go there. We come, and I'm trying to make it look like. Okay. Now we got these 3. So assume that. So that's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking exactly the same way. Mezzala on attack. This guy could be a box-to-box midfielder. Or CM on attack. Okay. CM on attack going this way. This is a width. This guy can be roaming playmaker on support. Now this is John Stones halfback. This guy white centre back on support. Because both of them go up the pitch, right? Okay, maybe white centre back on attack. Because white centre back attack will come to this position. Alright, so we got another white centre back on attack. He will come to this position. Alright, so these guys will come to this position. This guy will be the ball playing defender on defense. We got a winger, we got a Mazzala, we got this role, and this will be complete forward for Mr. What's his face? Erling Haaland. Okay, this is what we're gonna see whether they can. So now when they defend, it's gonna be like a 4-3, but it won't be exact. We just want to see how it looks like in defense. Okay, so we kind of have something to work with. So let's not worry too much about the PIs and TIs. Okay, we just close down and we get them to close down like crazy. We'll get him to do. Doesn't need anything. Okay, we just leave this guy. We'll get him to roam and move into the channels because we need him to get in between players. Now this is a roaming playmaker. This is a halfback. This is a white centre back. This is a white centre back. White centre back. What we're gonna do? These guys are crossing. They are definitely crossing. Okay, because what Akanji and the 2 white centre backs do, they are the masters of the deep diagonal. So they are definitely taking more risks. So there are a lot of deep diagonals are coming from the 2 white centre backs. No, I just gotta play him like a CF because CF will drop deep, hold up the ball, and link up play. So you got center mid coming here, Mazala coming here. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. We can't guarantee this will work because I don't know if it's gonna work, man. I'm just like, this is exactly how I play the game. Like this is me, man. Pure true to form. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, man, half the time. So I'm just going, okay, let's find out. Okay. Stop the cross. Okay, all right, fine. Done everything. Quick pick. Let's go. First game, next game. Hey, we're there already. Hey, fine. This is a good thing about loading the game. Huh? All right, let's put everybody in there. Put Rodri here. Where's John Stones? John Stones, please don't tell me you're injured. Okay. Ayo. Okay. For the sake of Mr. Stones, we are going to find out. Okay, sorry, John, you got to play. Ruben Diaz. Come on now. Hey, no injuries, right? These guys are, this game, right? I never bothered with trading, preseason. You see what happens when you don't do preseason? I told you guys, right? Have an aggressive preseason. Because when you don't do an aggressive preseason, God help you. Because look at that, they both need rest. They both of them like, I can't play anymore, sir. Okay, put this guy here. Where's Kevin De Bruyne? Put De Bruyne, who needs rest, man? I will see how you play. Okay, Phil Foden. I like Phil Foden, so I'll put Phil Foden there. Okay, alright. Okay, let's find out. I want to see the transition, just to see whether this guy drops. Okay, Ake plays here. So we'll put Ake. This is Ruben Diaz's position, so we'll find out how Laporte. Well, I will probably, no, I don't know yet. I don't know if we go. The thing is, I probably will, we might, because the problem is I didn't even record the start of this video, the stream. Yeah. I probably will have to, we'll see. We'll see if I upload it as a video. I might, but for me to upload it as a video, I need to play it many times. Like, see the transitions and be very happy with it, right? I have to do it multiple times. Like how I did it with the Liverpool application. If you guys were here for the Liverpool, you know I've been streaming and we've been using the tactic for a very long time, right? Okay, so we are looking at, with first things first, let's go 2D. I know it's very boring, but we're going to see the spatial setup of all the players. First thing we're doing, we're defending. That does not look optimistic. It's Newcastle. I'm shite. All right. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm going to have to change certain things. Okay, I see Newcastle. I mean, sorry, man. We have to do something about this. Okay, all right. No, I'm not going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. He's already tired. But we want to see how they play. I can't change too much, can I? Yeah, okay. We are playing attacking. Let's go attacking. Let's push it all the way to the top. Because this is one of the risks that Man City do. They play so high up the pitch. They run into trouble right down the flanks. Okay, there we go. Nah, I mean, that's like not much information. Let's see a bit more. Okay, we got the three playing like this. Okay. Defensively, how did they look? They got the, I mean, it's hard to tell. But we got that. Okay, we got a bit of a tree shape. Their halfback doesn't go there. Okay. This is the reason why this doesn't work. See, he doesn't go there like a halfback, right? That role does, because this is the thing about the replication. We can't get John Stones to fall in as the fourth player in a 3-man defense. Right. I tried it, but it won't work. It won't work. Yeah. We can get him to help us defend once in a while, but that one transition showed me already it won't work. So now he comes back, John Stones is here, it's a bit offset. He stays back, but he moves up. Because as I introduced this double pivot, right, in the DM, the double pivots will push up all the time. They will push up. Okay, I'll try something else. Something else. Let's see. Oh no, come on. I don't think that will work. I was thinking of oh man, wait, let me think. Why centre back? Still can't. I was talking with the idea of liberos. like adding, but then still won't happen. See, this John Stones will stay in this position. Then it goes up. No. Okay, let's try another roll. Anchor. Anchor is supposed to, but problem is the new change that SI did. SI did this change in FM23. In FM21, if you wanted to do in FM21, FM22, he'll actually come quite close. He won't run off. Especially when you have that high defensive line. Because the high defensive line encourages him to actually push off as well. Yeah. So there you go. It will never work. Yeah, we can't have 4 series. You can't. There we go. There he is. Anchorman also. Anchorman is okay. He's not as crazy as the halfback. All right. And does he go in? Because what will happen is if Akanji goes, Stones will take away his spot. There we go. See, Stones comes in as a 4th. When Akanji is out of position. But then that's when Akanji goes to the right. Otherwise, he will hog the center. So still doesn't work. Even even this doesn't work very well. Okay, so let's. Yeah, let's try. No, it won't work. It is impossible to get the Man City tactic working with John Stones as the DM, but defending as a CD. It cannot be done because this guy will never come here because of the change that SI did with the double pivots. Because the double pivots now push up and it makes this tactic quite leaky. And Bernardo comes back, helps them defend. Nah. Yeah, I should have listened to my gut. I should have said, remember what I said? You guys were coming to me and said, Dalji, can you replicate Man City? And I kept saying, I don't replicate it. Because in my heart of hearts, I know it was impossible. It cannot be done. Yeah. You might be able to replicate some Man City system that a tactic they might have played against a certain team, but not the way it is done right now. What you can go for is the box midfield. That I can guarantee can be done. But John Stones will not be playing as the central defender. See where John Stones ended up. Look at John Stones. He's very high up the pitch. So he does. Nah, he won't. What about Jones as an inverted wing? If we play him as an inverted wing back on defense, then John Stones ends up defending the flanks. Right, then Akanji. So what will happen is, okay, you end up doing this. Very similar to what I did with Liverpool. Right. So then Akanji does yeah, so this is basically it. Yeah, Rodri will come in. Rodri will hold this position. And John Stones will come in here but John Stones will move into this position. Then they end up being like a 4th defender. Let's see what happens then. We can try one more. There's still a few permutations we haven't tried. There's one permutation that we have not tried. The fullback defend. The fullback defend and the fullback defend, and the ball playing defender, and then the halfback comes in. But he still won't sit in that position, right? Because then what the fullback defend doesn't do is what Akanji and Nathan Ake do, which is the diagonal, and the diagonal only comes from these two guys. Okay, the wide centre backs to give it the deep diagonal. So you got 4. Was that because we scored a goal? Yeah, we scored a goal. That's the only reason why we got 4. Yeah. This is John Stones, that inverted wing back. Now he plays as an inverted wing back. So if you play John Stones as an inverted wing, you will get a 4 in defense, and you get the defensive shape that Man City have got when they are defending. Yeah, because the only player forward is usually Erling Haaland. So you get the back 4 if you want to get the defensive shape. then you can still get the attacking transitions the way they are attacking. But this John Stones will stay in the middle all the time. Yeah, but this is one way of doing it, I guess. All right, let's see what happens. See, now I got a 4, but John Stones is here now. It doesn't swap positions with Akanji until this happens. See that? Akanji moves forward and John Stones comes into this position. He moves into DM. See, that's how you get, during the transition, the build-up phase, you'll see that. See, John Stones now takes up the anchor position here. In this position, Akanji moves here. Now we get the 3 and we get the 2. So, it is possible to get the box shape that you want, right? That we are aiming for. I mean, this is not like, this is Gunungan and De Bruyne, right? So this is your box. Okay. Of course, players are gonna move, so it's not a perfect box. But this is the only way I can think of, which is to do it almost similar to how I set up the Liverpool system. See, we got the 4 again. John Stones will be here because. Okay, now, one other way you can do it. Okay, one other way we can do it is to cheat. Hey, we do the cheat, huh? All right, swap positions with who is this guy? Swap positions with Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, Ike Gundogan. They don't let you swap positions with let's see. Yeah, they don't let this guy swap positions, man. Yeah, they don't. I was thinking, I wanted to try swap, right? They don't let you swap this guy with this guy. I thought it would be possible. Swapping does not, we can't do a swap. So I can get the pivots working. Now this Mazzala, the reason why I went Mazzala is because I need De Bruyne to attack, right? Gundogan holds back a bit more in that setup that they have. But you know, it depends on how you want to do it. Huh? But Gundogan will still end up in the final third occasionally. All right. Okay, this is one version. So I will see, this is a testing version. Okay, so we call this I'll just leave it here first. Man City 1. This is my messy. Nah, mark position is something I avoid doing. Yeah, I never use mark position. Mark position always screws up the whole setup of the thing. Yeah, Rodrigo. There we got Stones will move in. Then we got the 3. Okay, so far at Gundogan and that we do get the lopsided build-up play. If you want to do the you want to improve the lopsidedness, then you have to lower the tempo slightly. Yeah, but then we're doing too many. We're gonna take too long to build up. Okay, we try a few matches and we try and see what we can come up with. Nathan Ake pushes up. That's what we want to see Nathan Ake do as a white centre back on attack. There he goes wide. And they're trying to build out. Julian Alvarez is hopeless, man. So far. Okay, let's go to key highlights. Okay, so I'm gonna take off some of these guys. Ike Gundogan for Calvin Phillips, Jack Grealish for I don't know who, Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones for Rico Lewis, whoever you are, Rodri for Maxime Poron. Yeah, let's go. Let's make some changes. All ball playing defenders bring the ball out defense. Yeah. All ball playing defenders bring the ball out defense. Yeah. It's embedded into the role. You don't have to worry about him having the trait or not having the trait, right? So the moment you play a player as a ball playing defender, he's got first touch dribbling, he'll bring the ball out defense. Yeah. So we haven't messed with set pieces. We haven't done anything. We're just looking at transitions to see what we can do in terms of creating the tactics. So we got this first version. Okay, they drop as a tree, and then they consider the goal. This is what we call experimental. But I hate the fact that I considered. No? Yeah, this is the downside of playing these guys on a very attack duty. You see, these guys on attack duty. So to make it a bit more solid defensively, we got to do it like this: white center back on support, so they don't push up too high. With a double pivot change, do you think the double inverted wingback is still a thing or not? No, it doesn't really work. I think the double inverted wingback, as we used to play it, because the DM's not push up, right? So it doesn't really work as effectively as it used to. So I'm now the kind of person that does only one inverted wingback. Yeah. And I play him on attack because then I get a really rampaging center. Gotta be careful with double inverted wingbacks now. Yeah. See what we want, right? The winger, so wide out. So that's what we get. We get the width from the wingers. So I mean, if I wanted to use this tactic, I probably would with Man City. Yeah, but with it, it's probably gonna be very, very strong as well. Because the thing is, this 3 and the 2, right? The 3 at the back with the inverted wingback actually give you a lot of strength. But the problem with this setup is, the issue I have with this is City actually have both the white centre backs creating most of the chances. The John Stones, this is not what City do, right? We're just getting the defensive shape. This is definitely not the way City play, right? The attacking transitions look okay, but they're not. Because City at all times will get the Akanji going, the Ake and Akanji going wide, right, to do those deep diagonals. So we're gonna try something else. It might work, but it's not good enough, right? It's definitely not good enough, right? So we leave this, but I'm not calling this the one. Yeah, this is not the one. Because I don't like this. This is not what they do. Okay, so let's try something different. Okay, we're gonna go fullback on defense. Ball playing defender. Halfback. This guy, stay wide. Cannot, because you're the lonely. Okay. Offset you a bit. Okay. Now. Stay wider. You. Okay, I want to see what happens. Okay, I know this doesn't look logical, right? It does not look logical, okay? I just want to know what happens. Okay, you sit narrower, so you don't ever go out. You stuck inside, sit narrower. Okay, you actually don't have to stay wider anymore. Okay, all right. Let's see what happens with this setup. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next game. If there's a fullback, so if we play inverted wingback, 100%, that's not the way City play. No way. I can't do inverted wingback. Like this tactic just now. Right. Actually, this tactic, strikerless, can we actually make it work? Nah, still won't work, right? Because they don't play like this. This is not what they do in real life. So why make it so? Yeah, I'm not gonna make this. No way, man. This no way City look like this. I mean, if I was a City fan, I'll like yell at me, man. So no way I'm gonna do that. All right, so we got this. So we got this version, which is support. Okay. All right, this doesn't count. So he has to come inside here. This guys will give us the width. Mazala center mid comes in. Or we can do this. Okay. Now we got this guy coming here, this guy working up here. Too deep. Here. You come here. Inverter wing back. I'm trying too many things right now. Defensive winger. This guy comes in here, but then he won't come here. He will stay here. So there's a big gaping hole here. I put this guy here. It won't work that way. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Gundungan Angashe. Okay. We gotta get the box. So this won't work. Yeah. Won't work. Mazzala going this way. This guy has to definitely won't work. This is out. Yeah. So let's forget that one. We're coming back to this. We're gonna try this one out now. Okay, so we got Kanji, Laporte, Alvarez. Well, you're a brilliant defender. Okay. Nathan Ake, Stones, De Bruyne, Foden. Okay, we're gonna go with Grealish now. Erling Haaland. This is the beautiful thing about. Hey, stop editing. This is a beautiful thing about editors. Hey, you're not injured anymore. Okay, go and play. Right. Yeah, but we'll see you later. Okay, what if that is? It's a bit funny, to me. I mean, we could play him as a shadow striker. But let's see. Let's see what happens. If you have time, can you show the PIs for the LFC tactic? I've been trying to make something similar for a while. The tactics in the Dropbox folder. Yeah, just download it, man. It's there. Liverpool replica. It's called Liverpool TAA or something like that. Yeah. Liverpool tactic TAA. I know, I'm not very original with names, especially if they're replications. Yeah, it's not very positive looking. You're defending away, the kind of this kind of holy tactic is not very good. They give you a lot of holes. You better start worrying. I don't like this kind of tactics. Yeah. Okay, we got 1-4. One offset 4. There we go. Our 4 in defense. But now it's a 4 in defense. Then it moves into this 2. Oh my goodness. Then it moves into midfield. John Stones. My goodness. Okay, we got 3 defenders, John Stones here. Okay. Man, it's not that bad. Okay. It looks a bit wonky. John Stones and Rodrigo. John Stones is not the more aggressive partner. Fullback, halfback. Gundogan dropping deep. Haaland. And the all-holy mess that John Stones creates being. I don't know, man. Would this work? No. Too far out. He pushed. Then he drops back. He's on a yellow card already. Defending? No. Can't. He doesn't even, this role doesn't even defend the pocket. Yeah, it doesn't defend the pocket. Okay. So halfback only comes in, forms a tree when you're in attack. Defensive midfield, not defend. Okay. So let's go defensive midfield, not defend. Because a halfback only he forms the tree, right? But we don't want him forming a tree, so he can't be played as a halfback. Remember that, right? Halfback will form a tree, right? Okay. When you have possession of the ball. But we don't want him to be part of the defense. We want him to be a part of the midfield. So halfback is out of the question. So this role won't work. You can't set him with double fullbacks and a halfback. So for me, definitely the only way is, okay, you play with a DMD. Now you need defend, right? Let's see what happens. So now He plays as a DMD. Okay. Halfback is out. No way. Halfback is wrong. No way halfback. Halfback is crazy. Okay. Lose the ball. Where is he? Okay, he came back into defense. Correct. Okay. He dropped back as a 4. As a halfback. But you see, he's so far away from the back line, right? So now we get the ball. He's like part of the 2 DMs. Okay. Now he gaps up. He's not so deep. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we got DM. So DMD, DMS. DMS means he pushes up into attack. This guy sit narrower. This is the only thing I can do. No? Put back, sit narrow. There's nothing else we can do with him. But the problem is, right, cross more often. Cross far post. We got Bernardo White, John Stones moving to midfield. Okay. This is close. I mean, this attacking transit, Nathan Ake out wide. Okay, I mean, he doesn't get that high up the pitch, but hey, man. Yeah, why not? He looks a bit better, right? White centre back on attack does the replication a bit better, but this is a bit more aggressive. But here, Nathan Ake gets all the way up. I don't know if Nathan Ake has ever ended up that high. No, that's a problem. Has Nathan Ake ended up that high? Like, can cross the ball from this position? Because we want them to be able to cross the ball. Right? Because that's what they do. So, John Stones moving as a DM. Okay, then we lose the ball. He comes in. Okay, John Stones sucked out of position is something we do see. Right? John Stones goes out to gets sucked out of position. Akanji. But then, it's not 100%. You know, I'm not entirely convinced yet. I'm still like going, okay, you know, he's got a bit of this, a bit of that. See, this the 2. You see the thing here? This is what we got already. We've got this successfully done. Okay, the 2 in midfield, then the 3 in defense. We got it. Yeah. Then build up play. We get the wingers giving us the width. Done. Check. We got Mazala here, Gundogan here, and this guy here. Check. Done. What we can do with this role, okay, is do the. Actually, now we got to do the flanker. Mazala attack. We got what I would think. Let's not be too crazy, okay? Mazala support. We got one guy running like a mad demon there. Okay, get him to go up a bit more to the flanks to support play, so that we can get the overloads happening with the rolls. But let's see how fast he drops back into defense. See, this hole that appears is very City. Yeah. Nathan Ake doesn't go that high up. The problem is in this one, if you do the fullback version, right, Nathan Ake is going to be dropping crosses all day long. He'll be going down the byline once in a while, especially against, you will see that happen against deep formations like the 5-2-3, systems that don't play wingers. Yeah, you will see quite a lot of that. Yeah, so this version, this is a bit more. Okay, there you see Stones doesn't come back, right, until it's very late in the transition, right? He still doesn't come back. He still doesn't come back. He still doesn't come back. Yeah, very late in the transition. He doesn't even come back. Man. It doesn't form a 4. The attacking side, I think we're sorted out. Okay, the attack has got to be something like this, right? A 4 here like that. We'll get the defensive shape from those guys, but not from the guys at the back. Okay, so the question is, which version would we want to be happy with? Because it's impossible. See, now we get this. This is what we want, right? Because then we're gonna try and pull them, but this AI defense isn't quite good. So this guy is not coming. These guys are not pulling to this side to close them down. So we're not getting a free man. Unlike the Liverpool system gets a free man all the time. So this doesn't work. He's out. So Libero, Ruben Diaz, Stones, 3-man defense. That's the only way you can play him as a Libero, but it doesn't go all the way up. Then you gotta go like 5-man defense, right? We'll try Libero. 5-man defense. But libero cannot be played offset. It has to be in the center. Disgraceful day for City, man. Oh, they managed to get one back. Yeah. I think the problem with the WCB inverted wingback combination is the issue I have with that combination is, you know what? The issue I have with that combination is that then all your attacks are one-sided. When in reality, City's attacks have dual flanks. The difference between them and Liverpool is they can get their white centre backs to do more. So let's try and make another one. Okay. So this is out. Okay. Let's just consign this to the rubbish heap. Yeah. So let's go and load the other one because that's closer. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's a bit closer. So what we're going to do here is this guy is going to be a white centre back on support. This is going to be a white centre back on attack. Rodri is going to be a DM on defense. Support. Okay, he's going to be a DM on support. We don't want him to be a playmaker. Okay, so he doesn't slow the transitions down. Alright, Mazzala, this guy comes in. So John Stones comes this side. Laporte comes here. This guy is going to be a mess. What? Edit. Dribble more. Dribble more. Take more risks. Stay wider, get further forward. No, stay like this. Okay. Dribble more, take more risks. Dribble more. I'm just adding this take more risks because it's the thing I like to do in all my tactics. I'm a huge lover of dribble more right now. As a risky thing to do for all my tactics. Okay, we gotta drop him here now and play him as a shadow striker. Okay, only difference. Okay, this version we're gonna have inverted wingback coming here because at the moment we cannot get him to sit in the defender's position, so we know that's out, right? So what we are gonna do is gonna have an underlap. I don't think we do an underlap. Underlap is gonna stop these guys from the. Gonna create a transitional problem for us. Okay, we'll just do it like this. Push it out of the way. Focus play to the middle will have a lot more. Players are gonna come closer together in the center, and then they're gonna have a lot of forward passes through the middle. But then we lose the diagonals. Focus play on the left and focus play on the right. They will move to the left and to the right, and we will get diagonals. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, we'll play our defense. All right, and we'll pass into space. Okay, so we're gonna add all those PS. Okay. All right, let's do that. Mazzala will it's an attack duty that will attack into the half space. The CM attacks centrally. Yeah. So this is before the changes, right? That's before the changes. Okay, now we see what happens with the changes. Okay, Kanji, Laporte, Gundogan. Alright, so what we're going to do is remove Gundogan's, take more risks. Dribble more, let's leave that. Yeah, lose. Yeah, we're going to find out. No, I think this is what everybody thinks, no? Everybody thinks that width should be very wide because that's how they stretch. No, use the rolls to do it. Yeah, you don't need to. You look at the transition. All the transition, the rolls will go very wide. Wingers go very wide. You have to put it. Otherwise, everything is going to go to the flanks early. So you don't want that. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you can, but it will affect your attacking transition. That's the game of Football Manager for you. If you play Stones as a libero, he can only be played in the center. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Must try that one out. Libero. But you cannot play a 4, right? That's the problem with libero. It has to be a 3. So where do you put? Then you have, you put Stones as a libero. Then Laporte and Akanji as the 3 defenders. So therein lies a problem for us. Are you familiar with Fernando Diniz? No, never heard of him. Didn't hear about Fernando. I didn't hear about Fernando. Okay, so Shadow Striker, definitely out. I don't like the Shadow Striker. Yeah, Strikeless, not nice. I'd rather him being complete forward. On attack also possible. Complete forward or support or attack. Because we lost to Crystal Palace mucking about with this tactic. And not anywhere near where we want this tactic to be. Well, we were messing with it, right? One thing I don't like about focus play, right? When you do a focus play left or right, you end up seeing a lot of crosses. It's a lot of crosses, man. Then I got to do focus play, work ball into box. That's the thing. And I got to lower my tempo. So I stop becoming that quick transition system that they do well. Yeah, the only problem is I'd have to check out what he's doing. I haven't been able to check it out. I'm not feeling well. I'm actually coming down with something again. My whole throat is gone. Almost gone. My kids are sick. My older boy is sick, but I definitely feel like I'm going to have a fever very soon. I mean, this is not bad. I mean, the attacking transitions are still there. I like the attacking transitions. We just have to iron out a few of the things. Libero will try, but I don't think Libero is going to work. Because who are you going to play as a Libero? John Stones? That's the only one we're looking at, right? But the moment we play John Stones as a Libero, then what happens to left and right? Yeah, because Ruben Diaz is playing in the center, right? So Ruben Diaz is a central defender. So you can't play John Stones as Libero. You play John Stones as a white centre back attack, that's out already because it's on the flanks. Therein, that's the main problem that we have. So Libero is not possible with them. So the only one that comes close to it is the white centre back inverted wing back combo. But then you have a one-sided attack. Unless we do the focus play left and right. Yeah, we do a focus play left and right. Then because this is the only way to do it. I've been drinking so much water, man. We need tons and tons of water. My kids, my older boy is sick, man. I think he gave it to me. If I started with a younger one, then he fell sick. And he just recovered. Then the older one fell sick. And he's having his exams. So he's looking at me, Dad, I'm sick, man. I feel sorry for him. I mean, I don't mind this, no, because we get John Stones in midfield, right? Akanji is just going up right now because he's a white centre back. Right? He's going to push up. But the problem is, for them, then it becomes like similar. Then Stones playing, then goes back into defense. Occasionally, he'll drop in power 4, power 3. Okay, I mean, this works, lah. This is the only one that works reasonably well. So the only way we can do it is if this is the most accurate. I won't say it's accurate, but at least we get an attacking transition. So we can't use the fullbacks one. So we'll have to end up using. Okay, so basically let's re-examine everything. Okay, so here we go. So what are the things that we're gonna achieve, right? Okay, the things that we want to achieve with our replication is this. Firstly, their build-up play. Man City, when they do their build-up, got a back three. Ruben Dias here, Ake here, Akanji here, or whoever, right, whoever's playing. John Stones sits in this position in the build-up phase, right? So he's quite high up the pitch. Rodri takes up the central position. Now, this is when they have the ball relatively in the center. Now, to get this, we just need to play as a DM. Right? In fact, we don't even have to do what we're doing right now, which is offsetting him. Okay. So if he plays as a DM, we can play John Stones on the right side. But the problem is John Stones also during the defensive phase, he drops into defense, right? So the thing is, when he drops into defense, he forms a four-man. But I think what we're going to try and achieve is their shape when they're attacking. See? So here we've got them switching play again. So whenever a lot of the build-up play is actually the City backline, the defenders are moving the ball using the wide centre backs. So they push the ball out and then they release. They push the ball to the right, they release. Right? So they draw opposition players to one side of the pitch to press this side, press the side that they're building up on. So to get the effect, probably focus play will need to be used. So we can draw teams to one side of the pitch. Okay, so this box shape is something that we're after as well. And then finally, the thing about their transitions is the reason why we're playing Kevin De Bruyne as a Mazzala is you look at this, these are some of the positions he ends up in, right? Because him and Bernardo Silva will switch positions as to providing the width. And if you're looking at the width, he's not hugging the line, right? It depends on where they are. Look where Bernardo Silva is. He's not the widest player. He is the inside already. But this is possible because of the way they do the deep diagonal attack. So there's no necessity for playing this team on maximum width, right? Here again, right, you see, look at where they are. If we're talking about build-up again, once again, this Bernardo Silva coming in from behind, going this way, look at where he's standing and look where all the other players are standing. They're quite deep. This is a direct channel attack. So whenever they attack, they always leave one player free. The problem right now for us is the John Stones position. Because here, where John Stones is building up, right, we can achieve this positioning for John Stones playing him as an inverted wingback. But in reality, he drops into this position forming a back four. The back four, we can't do. No way on Football Manager because this role, we don't have a DM to CD role, right? We don't have a CD to DM role in the game of Football Manager. So how do we set it up? So the only way I can think of is something close to this. So we got the Mazzala support here, right? And then we're going to go focus play, play our defense, maybe work ball into box. Right, so we can leave it here. We don't have to go all the way. Laporte, okay. So let's go for the next game. This is the closest we can achieve. Because I don't think that we can get until SI gave us a role. The John Stones role is impossible to achieve. Yeah, it can't be done. It cannot be done. Meaning the DM drops into the CD, central CD position. We can get the DM to drop into, we can get John Stones to drop into this position. Right. Yeah, the other one, some of you are saying Libero, but Libero can only be used in this position. Right, so if we use the Libero, he'll push up. So what we can do now, see, this becomes very much like a Liverpool system now. So it is very much like a Liverpool. This is a Man City system and the Liverpool system. It's quite similar. In transition, they look almost the same. So when a lot of people came to my stream, they're going like, are you using the Man City system? I go, no, it's a Liverpool system. But it looks the same. The transitions are almost the same. So I'm going to offset him just a bit more. We can get the box, right? Okay, the problem is Mazzala is a wide box. It's not a very, very disciplined box. But we can, Mazzala, I think we'll just leave Mazzala. Inverted wingback comes into this hole. Mazzala, complete forward. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. we're running out of players, so we better quick pick now. Okay, we ran out of players. All the players not fit. Okay. Alright, let's just quick pick and see what happens. Okay. So this is the closest I can get. Closest. Yeah. The problem is they have a 4 on defense. So the only way I can get a 4 on defense is doing this offset. So this is Ruben. Yeah, so Bernardo is playing the center now since we lost. Quite a few players are injured or tired or whatever because you know why? We didn't do preseason as aggressive. Yeah. So next time, guys, I would have advice. Please have an aggressive preseason. Okay, all the set pieces are default, so don't. Yeah, you're gonna have to download some set pieces either from one of my other tactics. Yeah. It's not looking okay. Once again, yeah, all the pressure is on Wolves. Okay, do we have stop cross? Yeah, we have stop cross. Okay, no prevent shot goalkeeper distribution because I don't want them to break their shit. Yeah, fullback on defense will go up the pitch to go all the way down the sidelines, man. Yeah. Fullback is libero. Yeah, I tried that before. Then we're gonna have a different problem. Yeah. The libero is always in the center. Yeah. That means your player pushing out is not John Stones. You say you put a libero, then the 2 white centre backs are gonna go wide, right? Or you play one fullback on defense, it's still gonna go wide. So you're gonna have a very lopsided shape. It's not gonna be the same way. It's not gonna be true to form because we need these guys here in these positions. The white centre back is there. We go. Right. This is where John Stones is gonna be. This is where Rodri is. This is what they have. They end up overloading one side of the pitch to score goals, right? Yeah. So I use pass into space almost religiously, man. Because I got a lot of players who are good off the ball and I'm always attacking channels. Yeah. So if you're always attacking channels, yeah, go for pass into space regularly. Because then you have, if you're creating a tactic like that, I have a lot of those, man. Okay, so here, so sometimes, okay, we go, yeah, if I wanted to play pass into space with this kind of tactic, attack duty. Right, now there's no attack duty, so why would I want to pass into space? Pass into space, when you play pass into space, you're passing it not to a player, but to an area, right, near a player. Yeah. So that's our second goal. I'm telling you, this is gonna be as close as we can get. Yeah. This is gonna be as close as we can get to Man City. We got a box, like rudimentary box shape. It's not a perfect box, I think. The box comes from the position of the inverted wing back during a certain phase in the transition, but because I'm using Mazalas, they will give us the width. So when you play with pass into space, what you're going to see is a lot of players are going to be attacking. Okay, when you play pass into space, do it when you have players who have good off the ball. You don't need to play with prevent short goalkeeper distribution, right? CDM defend. Defended as a 4. Get the ball out into the transition. Haaland holds on to the ball and then tries to score a goal over himself. Okay. It's one reason why I played the complete forward. Yeah. Small snares the box that we get, but created by the attack now. See this box we can. I'm not getting a very good box because of this guy's position and this guy's positioning. Yeah, someone is on support duty, so this guy's always going to be moving, man. I don't want to be rigid, no. I want to get the positioning. I want to get the half spaces, the players in the half spaces as well. No. FIFA boy, pass to feet and then pass to space. No, cannot be done. It's either or. Football Manager. Yeah. Either that or you use roles that might have take more risks on them. Yeah. Then what you do is you play the regular instruction. That means you don't play pass into space. What you do is you go in and do a bit of creative passing. So what you do is you do something like this. Right, you remove this. Right. You go to all these roles. This guy will take more risks, right? Tell him to go a bit more direct. Tell this guy to go a bit more direct, take more risks. Okay. So when you give them more direct passing, they will play a ball into space or to feet. Okay, so this guy, more direct, take more risks. Take more risks, more direct. Okay. So now what we have is a combination of 1, 2, 3, 4. When they get the ball, they will try. The only problem is this guy then what we'll do is we'll take fewer risks, dribble more. Okay, so we'll tell him to just bring the ball forward. Seems like a plan, right? Bang. Quite. See, this is what I mean by width. You're gonna get the width from the rolls. Yeah, not necessarily. Like when people come and tell me I have to play maximum width because that's how they play. I'm like, dude, just look at the transition. You'll see if you're playing the role, the right role, you get the width. Yeah. You don't have to play on maximum width. You want them to be wide when certain during certain phases of play, not the whole way. Yeah. Because defensively, you want them also to be. There we go. I love this, man. This is incessant pressure on Wolves. Wolves haven't had a chance to build anything up, man. Every time they get the ball, they like giving the ball away. It's not bad. I think it still works. I focus play left and right, really making this thing sing. We have got some deep diagonal attacks, right, so far. But is this a close replication of City? I don't think so. I mean, it's close. I mean, it gets if you wanted to go like really hardcore, like I don't want this. But the problem is, you have to remember, right? Some people might go, oh, it has to be a box in midfield. The problem is this, right? It's not a box all the way. It's a box for a short time. And then you see players like Kevin De Bruyne going wide, switching play with Bernardo. He doesn't stay a box for the whole damn game. He just stays as a box for a split second, like 3 seconds is a box, no? Like that's why I kind of like, okay, guys, the box doesn't last that long. It's only for a short while. Like, there we go, we got a box. Yeah. So, you have to look at the phases of the box, right? Who's the box? Who forms the box, right? So, okay, there we go. Right. Who's our box creators, right? Okay. Our box creators are gonna be. Right, so we got like I can intentionally find a box anytime I want, just like a screenshot. 1, 2. Here got a box here. This is the box. They formed the box with the two central midfielders, and the whatchamacallit? The two CMs and the two DMs, right? Okay. See, this is my Mazzala. My Mazzala is pushed off, right? Which phase? This is attacking phase already. Cannot. This is when they're defending. So they're all getting back. See, the Bernardo is pushing up. So the box gets broken. So you want a more disciplined box. Then you have to create. There we go. Again, 1, 2. This is a Mazzala. Hey, no. The Mazzala is pushed forward. Mazzala attack. So if you wanted to be a bit more disciplined, then you go Mazzala on support. So you get double Mazzalas. Right. Then you get a bit more discipline in your box. I just like this because this guy is attacking the channel. Right, so this is my Mazzala attacking the channel. He's swapping with the complete forward. So we got the defenders have a nightmare. I don't know who to defend. Right, because they got both these are threat. No? So now we got a see this 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our box. This is the box. This is what we call a build-up. This is why I got focus play. And then we got a free man. We're trying to get a free man situation on either side. There we go. Now, because it's a Mazala, right, it's going into this position. So if you wanted to, yes, I think this will be a fair one. Okay, so we go. Yeah, I'm going to put this into the public Dropbox folder. C, users, Profeto, Dropbox, FM23, Discord, tactics, show tactics, winter patch. Wait a minute. We got show tactics here, right? Patch tactics. Or under patch is the show tactics. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it here. Yeah, I just put it tactics. You guys got a lot of tactics, man. Even I get lost. Okay, Man City. This one doesn't have the set pieces, huh? Okay. I'll put in the public Dropbox folder too. Don't worry. Public. You guys still uploading tactics. I don't pick any tactics from here. I pick it only from the other Dropbox folder. So you shouldn't put their tactics in here. Patch tactics, show related. Yeah, alright, here we go. Oh, Man City. Yeah, I'm not calling this a perfect Man City because you know me. I mean, you guys should know me by now, right? I never call it a perfect Man City replication. It's close. It got some of the elements, but not all. We try to get as many. So we got the back four in defense, right? Okay, sorry, Jon Snow's has got to come here. There's no way he's going to swap with this guy because the swap instruction doesn't exist. SI very smart. They don't let you swap defenders with strikers because it'll be very unfair, right? If you think about it. You leave a swap instruction with your defender and striker. Occasionally, then you might find your striker and your defender swapping places. You're wondering why? Because people like me are probably going to do it intentionally. That's what the fun of it. Yeah, I like the Mazala attack because it pushes through the center. Whereas because it's always gonna give us a threat in the final third. Whereas two Mazalas means I have to hold on to the ball a lot. I have to keep the ball. Also direct. Got a lot of work ball into box. Ruben there. Central defense. What a ball to Haaland, boy. Holy cow. That's insane, no. That's an insane pass to Haaland. Yeah, okay. This is as close as I'm going to go to Man City without it looking weird. I mean, seriously, any tactic you start out and you get a hat-trick with Haaland, right? Nowadays, you get a lot of tactics with Haaland hat-tricks. Like you want the wingback to pass into space or the winger to run to. Do you stay? No. If you want him to pass into space, you do not use take Furies and shorter pass. You want it to pass only into space. No. Hang on a minute. Pass into space is a risky pass. Okay. So when you tell a player to go direct and take more risk, there is a chance he will play those kind of passes. The thing is, in the game of Football Manager, all passing is defaulted to short passing for the whole team or pass into space for the whole team. Okay? Well, that's it. So some roles might play shorter passes all the time because they are less risky roles, like central defender. So you have to look at your roles. So some roles will try risky passes and those passes into space a lot more, like ball-playing defenders. So you have to look at the role and the kind of passing meters that is there. So what you wanted a unique situation where you wanted the whole team playing on you wanted some players playing on safe passing and others to play risky. I did a video on this called creative passing. So basically, in order for you to get that kind of creative passing setup, you got to physically go in and tell specifically Okay, you are not passing to anybody but to his feet. But you can't do that, right? So you have to tell him, okay, take fewer risks, play shorter passing. So sometimes they play the wrong pass. So make sure you choose the right role for them. Okay. I think this is it, man. This is the closest I can get to a Man City replication without breaking the bank. Right. I'm sorry, this is the closest we can get there. If you want to play Haaland as a complete forward attack, you can also, right? But I like him playing as a complete forward support. Then he gets to come back and help the team in build up. But it's like effortlessly he gets a hat trick, man. Effortlessly, okay, this is a cheat code. Haaland is a freaking cheat code. De Bruyne come deep, looks for Haaland. Oh my goodness. And then play Grealish. Boy, Grealish should have scored. That was a great move, man. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the closest we're going to come to a Man City replication because we tried the others. Right, the others weren't like, they had their moments in the sun. But the only reason why we have to settle with this little weird looking one is not because the John Stones role does not exist. So we can't get the John Stones role. So we have to kind of compromise. We need them defending as a 4. That's clear, right? They are defending as a 4, but they attack as a 3-2, right? So how do we get them to attack as a 3? Build-up phase is a 3-2, right? More importantly, there are 2 wide centre backs in Akanji and Ake. They build play up from the sides, the flanks, so they can do like overloads on one side of the pitch and then diagonal openings. Remember, I showed you this picture, right? So this one. This is the build-up phase, but this is what we want to get as well. This diagonal like Mazzala, Kevin De Bruyne out wide here, and then other cases we got this direct channel attacks that they do. Right, the width coming from the wide players like Bernardo on one side and Grealish on the other side. So they get this. Look at. It's not like they have like 5 fellas attacking. It's like a quick breakaway. After they do an overload on one side, then they switch the play. So the switcher play for that one was actually done by Akanji. So we want to do that. This is what we need to do. Right? So this is the closest I can come. Alright, so we got stuff. Okay, Rodri is not available, is it? Rodri, come here. Okay, Silva. Oh, wow, this is a very interesting, like super attacking group of players. Silva, De Bruyne, Alvarez, Haaland, Laporte, Diaz. Okay, let's go. We have seen City have actually gone out there with lots of attacking players, right? So we're gonna put Jack Grealish here, put Nathan Ake here. Okay. Let's try all these crazy fellas. Hey, Gundogan, this in the world of trying replication tactics, you never get injured. You're always 100%. Okay, don't worry. Okay, no, don't worry. It's only in the world of it's here we do all kinds of wonderful things with tactics. Let's see what Riyad Mahrez does. Okay, yeah, right. We're trying to replicate a tactic, not trying to win the league. John Stones is impossible. Yeah, please go and experiment. Yeah, look, the reason why you should not take anything I say as a golden truth is because ultimately all of you got to go and try and figure things out on your own. That's why I do these videos. So I share my thoughts, the process. You enter the mind of a mental patient, who's me, okay? And if you so decide that you want to go on a journey with me, hey, that's your risk, baby. At least you have some fun along the way. So at least you learn something, right? Right? The Joey Madness. If you come to my streams, we change tactics whenever I feel like it. On the fly. For no rhyme or reason. I don't know what we did that Friday, remember? That Friday we went on Super Austria, no sleep for 36 hours, and we went on a massive winning streak, right? And then we managed to get into Champions League from mid-table, 10 games to go. When I'm sober and awake, apparently I don't think so well. Because we couldn't do it again. It was like, huh? What did I do? We actually ended up going to watch the stream, remember? I actually had to go back to the stream. How the hell did we do it? Well, look at it. Oh my God, we beat Bayern Munich 3-0 without even sweating. Yeah, man. Okay, so with this can work. Yeah, you see this white centre back taking more risks is always going to be a threat for your defense. Right, so if you play this guy is on, so what you do is we get him to go on support. Okay. So against our teams, you're gonna have to end up doing that. You see that what just happened, right? With transition, Akanji brought the ball and then decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna screw things up. And then you have to put Akanji on the right side. He cannot play on the right. He has to play on the left. I have an idea for my wing back to press high while the white centre back also defends the flanks. Can't work. They do zonal marking in Football Manager. What you're asking for is SI to redo their zonal system, so that won't work. Even if you set him to man mark, it won't work. Yeah, because they have to wait. If the man is not in his zone, he's not going to mark him. Right? He doesn't chase the man all over the pitch. I mean, to some extent they do, but they will come out with the zone after a while. Bayer Leverkusen, not working. Such is life. It's a risky system, but yeah, we'll see. Man City, 1 goal down to Bayer Leverkusen. I could be fired after this job. I don't think it's a perfect replication because they actually have what the heck, man? They actually have this build-up play, right? Work ball into box, we know what to do. We're away from, we're gonna just rush. Entering the mind of a mental patient can inspire mental creativity. It's also sad, right? I just read a news report. No, there's some some countries, right, still criminalize suicide attempts. Crazy, right? Like the hell, man. I know a person must be really. You criminalize it is wrong, right? It's wrong to criminalize it. It's like if people are going to go through a bad patch, right? You want them to look for help. The person, can you imagine a person going to a calling out, hello, SOS, I need, I'm on the ledge. I'm at the end of my rope. People start thinking you're about to commit suicide. Then they're worried that they'll end up, police custody suddenly, right? That kind of thing. I can't understand why some countries still criminalize it. See, this is what I mean. Look, what I think the Man City replication is, the problem is the Man City replication at the moment will not work, right? Because we need those guys to come back in and defend. John Stones to sit, right, in this pocket, which is the reason why it's so successful in real life. It does not happen that way. We're going to turn this guy to mess on support. Have you tried Libero and halfback? Yeah, no, I tried Libero and halfback. Libero and halfback is too crazy. Because then it drops into a 3. Whatever it is at the end of the day, John Stones is not a Libero. Yeah. So he's not a Libero. Yeah. Because then he'll have to drop into a 3 during the what do you call it? The build-up phase when he's actually in midfield. And sometimes liberos don't push up, right? It's only when they have the ball. Yeah. So you want it to push up when another player has the ball. That's what you want to see. Yeah. So this is about the best way of getting it. But because John Stones' role does. Wait. Imagine this is the reason why this Pep Guardiola was unhappy with Kyle Walker. Because he wanted Kyle Walker to play as a central defender. He's not a central defender, right? So that's his problem. But John Stones is a central defender. So when he drops in, it's not that difficult for him. Yeah. Oh man, they should have scored. That was a good transition. So at the moment we shifted it to support duties, much more better. Yeah, the Mazzala support and the white centre back. So against better teams, I think that's what you have to do. All right, let's go to key highlights. Big difference, when you see the way they build up right now, these two support duties, I think we're gonna have save Man City replication, right? So save it here. So this is the one at the end of the day. It's a lot more stable. A lot more stable. Because the other one with the attack duties is too I mean, maybe against a team that's defending, not coming out, yeah, you can afford to do that. Yeah, I'll take off. Is it Grealish? Grealish for Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva for Riyad Mahrez. Rodri for Calvin Phillips. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, and this, the problem with these tactics as well is aggression. Anytime you gotta play a high pressing system, right, you gotta have to look at your team. Whether or not they have high aggression, I don't know. Maybe they all have high aggression. They got 12, 15. They need high aggression to pull off a system like this. They all have high aggression. All right, okay, Erling Haaland. Yes, Sergio Gomez is playing this position, so we get Foden. Numan, high aggression. There we go. 2-0 down, 3-2 up. Okay. How would you recreate Arsenal box? Is really inverted wingback? Yeah, they are using inverted wingback. I did Arsenal tactic already, long time ago. Oh, was very early, man. I did Arsenal replication, Arteta's Arsenal tactic, very early. Yeah, because Zinchenko as an inverted wingback, and then Partey, not Partey. They have what's his name? Xhaka, right? Xhaka is a Mazala because he always goes to the flanks to do the crosses. Yeah, I did that long time ago. One of the very first things I did was the first replication I did for FM23. I think was the Arteta one. You have to check the channel for it. Yeah. Okay. I think we keep if you keep it like Mazala, DM, white centre back. I mean, I'm not suggesting this is exactly accurate, but it'll be close to, or at least I won't say. I mean, at least the attacking transitions look similar. So we got the Man City replications, Okay, so this is how I would set up the Man City replication, right? So got Maz going here, Maz. At least this is a very good pressing shape already. The problem is the John Stones too. That's all. Right, we can't get John Stones to come in here, so we'll have to be inverted wing back on defense. That's about it. So John Stones comes into this position. I know some of you have suggested doing something like this. Some of you suggested, but then the midfield. How you gonna get a midfield? So we got so we got like white. We got to get this guy coming in. So this guy is gonna be like a wing back on support. Doesn't really work. They don't use players in this position. So we gotta have one white. So we got one fullback on defense. Then who's this role? Right. You're putting these two players here when there should be one guy here. So you can't, if you turn this guy into a libero, he pushes up. Then he's got a very lopsided defense. You're gonna have to play this guy as a ball playing defender, and this guy is a ball playing defender. Right, so this guy pushes up. This guy can't be a libero. No ways, that's never gonna happen. Right? So he got ball play. Okay, so let's assume you know wide centre back. Then he put an inverted wing back. But this is what John Stones is doing. Right? So where are you gonna play John Stones? Who's gonna play Rodri? Then Rodri drops back into a 5. He doesn't do that. He defends higher. Rodri is actually defending before the ball gets to the defender. So it cannot be this shape. This shape will never work. Because you'll have a big problem in build-up play. So it's going to be a bit of a, it's going to be something like this. A bit of a wonky box. Yeah. Wonky box. We get a box shape, but you want these masalas here because you want De Bruyne occasionally going into the half space. Right? He does go to the half space. He does deliver crosses. That's De Bruyne's strength. Right? This is one of his strengths. He can come into this position, drop one into this pocket. Because the reason why they play like this is so that they can have a free man available on the flanks. See, the thing is when I create replications, right? A replication is meant to get that attacking transition, right? We want that attacking transition. So what are we after? We're after that direct channel attack that Man City achieved with that free man coming around the defense. That's why they overload one side of the pitch. So that's what I'm looking at, right? I'm not saying this is the way you guys should do it. This is my interpretation. When I look at the images, I see how City are playing. That's how I see them play. So many people have said the way City play and the way Liverpool play are similar. And I agree. It's very similar. The only difference is the John Stones and the TAA row. That's it. That's the only difference that they have. Other than that, identical. It's an identical system. The challenge then becomes, how do you get John Stones to play as a CD? That can't be done in Football Manager, right? Because if he goes inverted wing back do not drop into the CD position. They drop into the fullback position. Which means that as I this year probably are back in the office going, how do we get this to work? Maybe next year you might see it. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today's show. I hope that this little exercise in replicating gave you some thoughts. Whether or not I never pretended this was going to be a perfect replication. Nope. I think the Liverpool one is a perfect replication because the TAA dropping into that pocket, yeah, he does that a lot. So we got Liverpool working very nicely. But the Man City one, apart from the John Stones position, that's impossible. But we can make it transition into attack in a similar way to what they do in real life. So yeah. And I think that it could be interesting. So let me know. The tactic is in the downloads folder. So if you want to pick it up, just look for the link and it's there. So you guys, once again, thank you for all your support. I'm sorry, but I can't keep going because my throat is about to give up on me. So you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.